Hola, bienvenida a tu sesión de metal número 48.
Sesión de metal.
Soy Ceci Montero, productora y conductora de tu programa. Muchas gracias que ya estás por acá. Espero te quedes hasta el final. Muchas gracias a todas aquellas personas que me han estado siguiendo, que han estado pendientes del programa. Y como vieron, pues la semana pasada estuve con unos días de descanso, pero ya estamos de regreso. El jueves pasado ya fue la primera transmisión en vivo con Musifer. Muchas gracias por acompañarnos. Si es la primera vez que andas por acá, espero te sumes al canal, espero que te guste este tipo de contenido y que te sumes. Y también me puedes seguir en redes, donde también comparto reseñas y música de muchos artistas. Las mejores bandas de metal las encuentras en tu sesión de metal. Quiero agradecer a Francesca por ponerse en contacto conmigo. Muchas gracias por darme la facilidad para poder entrevistar a la banda del día de hoy. Y bueno, es una banda que se creó en los 80s. Sin embargo, tuvieron un periodo en el que no tuvieron actividad y fue en el 2011 donde regresaron. En marzo de este año lanzaron su disco The Loop. Desde Barnsley le doy la más cordial bienvenida a the Danse Society. Welcome, Ed. It's an honor to have you with us.
It's my honor to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Han pasado varios años desde su debut. ¿Cómo ha evolucionado su música a lo largo del tiempo?
Immensely. I had to say in a word immensely, because since the 80s we didn't have computers.
Yeah.
We had tape recorders. They used to be big like washing machines. The multi-track recordings were so huge, and I'm so sorry because newer generations have missed this big part of analogic music. We had a completely different way of sounding. The modern recording seems to be cutting a lot of frequencies, so they are thinner compared to the original sound, which used to be very, very full. So at the beginning we used to have this analogic recorders, very, very big. First there were only one track, and then there were the multi-tracks, and they were huge and big, and then they became smaller and smaller and smaller, until now we have computers on multi-track programs. So that's been a little bit easier, let's say, to carry. In some ways I prefer the old-fashioned way. I'm very much old school. I prefer the analogic sound, but you have to say that, especially when you work with people from other countries, it's easier to exchange files, for example, directly by just sending them via Dropbox or with transfer. So it's easier now to be in real time together, even if you live in different countries. So in some ways it has improved the way of making music. In other ways, maybe it's lost a little bit of the texture that it used to have at the beginning. I'm lucky enough to witness both ways. So I really feel lucky for that.
Mirando hacia atrás, ¿de qué se sienten más orgullosos en su carrera musical?
I'm proud of being extremely lucky, I have to say. I started making music very, very early. I was only 12. And I've been lucky because I always had very good teachers because I come from opera singing. So I've been really, really lucky to have very good teachers. But I think the biggest luck has kept going. At the moment, I'm so lucky to have in the band, for example, people of much younger generations mixed with ours. So you wouldn't think it would be possible, because many people, especially people that play post-punk like us, they feel like sort of, oh, we're old school, we know everything. No, we don't. There's so much to learn from the newer generations that is absolutely amazing. And having people a lot younger in the band, I think is completely the sound. So I feel very lucky for that, because the sound itself has got the refreshing vigor of younger generations, along with the experience of the old school people like me and Paul and Steve. So I think that's the thing I'm more happy about my career. The idea of being able to meet so many different people. It makes me lucky to be able to travel. Like last month we were, for example, performing in Gothic Treffen in Germany, which is a very big festival in Leipzig, and we met some incredible people there. I just feel very, lucky because of that. Because my career makes me meet many people and makes me keep growing and learning still today.
Estamos viendo de fondo Divided to the End, del octavo álbum de Danse Society, The Loop. ¿Podrían contarnos sobre el proceso creativo detrás de su último álbum?
Well, this comes from Paul. He had this vision when we recorded Selling Mirrors, which we released during COVID time. So we're talking about 2020. He started having this vision of this image, this loop, like, you know, the number eight laid down. And this is what he had in his mind, this vision, and he made it actually with a big strip of plastic with all these figurines just walking on it. He had this vision, these songs. This is the first album that it was almost entirely conceived by him. It's a concept album. And all we did was to basically work around his idea. And what he was meaning with this loop, this symbol, is the perpetuation of time, the repeating of time, the various patterns that history keeps repeating in humanity. So we have some eras that keep repeating all the time. It sounds like human beings keep making the same mistakes, keep living the same lives, keep doing the same things. And this somehow brings things to a halt. Things don't go forward. And this is bringing to a decadence of humanity. You have a lot of modern conflicts, wars everywhere, people struggling to live. It's less and less the contact with our spirit, it seems like the body is being split from the mind and from the spirit, causing a bit of havoc. So it's mainly concentrating on the problem with society, just sort of making people poorer and poorer, but not only on a financial level. We're talking about on a spiritual level, on a being happy about our own lives. And this is what Loop is about, the conflict of society or modern society that doesn't seem to fit human beings anymore.
En cuanto a los fans, ¿qué es lo que más valoran de la interacción con sus seguidores?
Oh God, they are the best. They are absolutely the best. And I really say with all my gratitude, when I replaced Steve Rollins, you can imagine it hasn't been the easiest thing. The band started in 1980, it disbanded around 1987. And they used to have a male singer called Steve Rollins. When the band reformed, it was supposed to reform in 2009. He did take part of the band and then disappeared for personal reasons. So I joined in 2011 because I was invited. And at first it was a little bit difficult because we had someone leaving the band, getting a little bit acrimonious towards me. Then when he left, that's where things really changed, because people have been so supportive. I mean, I'm actually the longest living singer in this band because we actually reformed in 2011, so it's been 13 years now.
Yeah.
At the beginning, I know the people were a little bit confused, saying, "Why is now a woman singing? What's happening?" Someone asked me if I was having that sex change, and I said, "No, actually, no." But the best thing is the support. They've been absolutely amazing all this time, and with time, things have grown and grown and grown, and I keep receiving loads of messages in private of people just being so great, especially because we live in an era where, thankfully, we have more inclusion. We have LGBTQA. I don't know how to pronounce that. I always get lost or whatever it is. There's so much inclusion. So
Yeah.
even though the previous band member that left saying, "Oh, you shouldn't be here because you're a woman," I had some sexist comments, and then I ended up instead having a lot of support from people because now everything is so different. There's a lot, especially in the UK. I mean, I'm Italian, but I live in the UK I've been here for 23 years.
Wow.
There's a lot of respect for people of every gender. There doesn't seem to be you have to be a woman to do this, or you have to be a man to do that. So that's what I found, a lot of support by people. And especially when we go abroad, it's even more fun. Not because the UK is not fun. I absolutely love performing here. We've been performing in great festivals, and really there are beautiful venues here as well. But it's so much fun when you go abroad because everyone, they got a different mentality and different way of perceiving music and to follow you when you perform. So I just love it. I'm just so grateful. If anyone who's listening to this, I just wanted to tell you guys, thank you so much for supporting us. And I'm really feeling so lucky. I feel like I won the lottery, really. Thank you.
¿Cuáles son sus planes para el próximo futuro?
Well, I was already chatting with Paul the other day, and I said we should start writing the next album, because even though this one is just beginning, we're now taking on bookings for next year, to bring the loop basically everywhere possibly. We got requests from the US, we got requests from Japan, we got requests from the EU again. But we want in the meantime to start writing a new album, because we like to take it easy. As you noticed, from Selling Mirrors has been 4 years actually. We take it very, very slow when we perform, especially because we've been sort of taking a new twist. So now you can hear in the loop there is a lot of prog, there is a lot of jazz, death jazz, there's a bit of post-punk as usual, there's a little bit of 80s keyboards. There's quite a lot of influences together, so it takes time to assemble all of that. It's a bit like playing Legos, but joining, like colors and things without an instructional manual. You just go there and just, what's going to come out now? so definitely next plans for the next future is going to be new gigs and festivals for next year, and the new album to write. And we got already a new film that is asked for a music score, so we are waiting to get some of the visuals, so then we can start working on it, because we did some time ago a film Stalker, which is an international film from Italy, so we're going to make a new film score as well, so there's a lot of excitement.
Wow.
Well, we hope we can come sometimes to see you as well. It would be great, because to be honest, we got quite a nice fan base where you are.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'd love to really do it. I know bureaucracy is not the easiest thing, but that's another one that we would love to make it happen.
Please come soon.
We really want to. If you know any good promoter, please put them in touch with us.
Of course.
We'd love to. And it's definitely hotter where you are. It's so cold here. It's beginning of July, and it's now probably 9 degrees out there. It's just, great British summer.
Ok. Maed, molto grazie.
Grazie a te.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Maed. Until next time.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And I want to say hello to Francesca when she watches it.
Yeah. Thank you, Francesca.
Thank you.
Muchas gracias por quedarte hasta el final. De verdad te agradezco muchísimo que te hayas quedado en esta entrevista. Si eres fan del rock gótico, espero lo hayas disfrutado. En verdad, qué padrísimo tener bandas legendarias. Qué padrísimo fue platicar con Maed. Por favor, déjame tus comentarios. Dale like si te gustó este programita. Y como te dije en un inicio, si no te has suscrito, por favor súmate, eso me apoya muchísimo. También sígueme en redes, recuerda que me encuentras como @sesión de metal. Espero verte este jueves a las 8 de la noche en la transmisión en vivo, y puedes acompañarnos en el chat para que puedas hacerle preguntas a mis invitados. Nos vemos hasta la próxima. Chao.